The U.S. Army is fast-tracking its next-generation M1E3 Abrams main battle tank, and it's moving faster than anyone expected. By the end of this year, a pre-prototype version is set to roll out, marking the beginning of a major shift in American armored warfare. This new Abrams isn't just an upgrade, it's a complete rethinking of how a tank should fight, survive, and connect on tomorrow's battlefield. The M1E3 will be lighter, hybrid-powered, far more fuel-efficient, and built with modular systems that allow future technology to drop right in, no major redesigns required. The goal is simple: make the world's most battle-proven tank ready for a new era of high-tech, drone-saturated, fast-moving warfare. Now, this program wasn't supposed to happen so soon. Just a couple of years ago, the plan was to keep improving the existing M1A2 models. But in 2023, the Army made a bold decision: scrap the incremental upgrades and go all in on something completely new. General Dynamics Land Systems, the same company that built every Abrams since the 1980s, received the initial design contract to build the M1E3. At first, the timeline seemed distant. The first prototype wasn't expected until 2032. But when Army Chief of Staff General Randy George and his senior science and technology advisor, Dr. Alex Miller, visited the Detroit Arsenal, they weren't satisfied. They told the development team, "No, we need it faster." From that moment, everything changed. Miller challenged both the Army's Ground Combat Systems Office and General Dynamics to deliver a tank before the end of this year, and a platoon of them by the end of next year. That means 4 vehicles, all operational, built for testing with real soldiers. It's an ambitious target, but Miller made it clear: the Army is done waiting years for endless design reviews and red tape. If a process doesn't affect a soldier's safety, he said, it can be accelerated. The days of staring at the problem for 3 or 4 years are over, he emphasized. And it's happening. According to Miller, the first pre-prototype Abrams will be delivered in December. The paint will still be wet, he joked, meaning this first tank will be brand new, built as quickly as physically possible. This acceleration was made possible by one key shift: commercialization. Instead of designing every component from scratch, the Army turned to proven technology. Caterpillar is supplying the power plant, and Sapa will provide the transmission. This approach lets the Army focus on integration rather than reinvention. Now, let's talk about what makes this tank different. The M1E3 will use a hybrid power system, not fully electric, but a combination of electric and liquid fuel. This allows for major fuel savings without depending on battlefield charging infrastructure. According to early estimates, this setup will make the M1E3 roughly 40% more fuel efficient than current Abrams tanks. That's a huge leap in logistics and range. And wait, one of the Abrams' biggest issues is being tackled head-on. The Army's target for the M1E3 is around 60 tons, a major reduction from the nearly 78-ton combat weight of the latest M1A2 SEPV3 variant. Cutting nearly 20 tons while maintaining armor protection is a major engineering challenge, but it's key to making the new Abrams more agile and easier to deploy globally. Weight creep has been a major issue for the Abrams family since the original version entered service in the 1980s. In terms of protection, the M1E3 will feature an Integrated Active Protection System, or APS, designed to intercept and destroy incoming threats like anti-tank guided missiles and rocket-propelled grenades. The Army already uses the Israeli-made Trophy APS on some Abrams units, but the M1E3's version will likely be more advanced, optimized for weight, power, and drone defense. This is a direct response to lessons from Ukraine, where tanks have faced devastating attacks from drones and top-down strike munitions. To counter that, the Army is already developing add-on armor kits that protect against aerial attacks. Expect the M1E3 to include this kind of modular up-armoring as part of its baseline design. When it comes to firepower, the main gun could also see major changes. While the current Abrams uses a 12mm smoothbore cannon, the Army is evaluating the possibility of a larger or more advanced gun system for the M1E3. Even more significant, the tank may include an autoloader, a system that automatically loads shells, replacing the human loader. That might sound small, but it's revolutionary for US tanks. An autoloader would reduce the crew from 4 to 3, shrinking the turret size and overall profile, making the tank lighter and harder to detect. General Dynamics also showcased a system at the ASA conference called PERCH, short for Precision Effects and Reconnaissance, canister housed. This launcher can fire Switchblade 300 and 600 loitering munitions, small guided drones capable of surveillance or precision strikes. The system can be mounted on Abrams or even Stryker vehicles, giving tanks a new layer of capability. Beyond weapons, the M1E3 will come with upgraded sensors, targeting systems, and network communication suites, connecting it seamlessly with other Army platforms. The Army wants this tank to be part of an open modular architecture, meaning it can easily receive upgrades as new technologies emerge, from advanced AI-assisted targeting to drone swarm coordination in the future. Now, how close this first pre-prototype will be to the final M1E3 remains to be seen. General Dynamics already revealed a demonstrator in 2022 called Abrams Axe, which previewed many of these same technologies: a hybrid powertrain, reduced crew, AI systems, and advanced situational awareness. The M1E3 will likely draw heavily from that foundation. The Army's plan to field a platoon of pre-prototypes next year is about one thing: soldier feedback. They want real tank crews to test everything: how the autoloader works, how the new controls feel, how the vehicle performs in different terrains. That feedback will directly shape the final design instead of waiting years for bureaucratic testing. At the same time, the Army's reconsidering what role heavy armor should play in future warfare. A 2023 Army Science Board study concluded that tanks like the Abrams might not dominate the 2040s battlefield the way they did in the past. The U.S. Marine Corps has already retired its entire Abrams fleet in favor of more mobile expeditionary units. Still, the Army believes there's a place for heavy armor, but it must evolve. The M1E3 is that evolution: faster, smarter, and more adaptable. As the first M1E3 prototype rolls out this December, it represents more than a new vehicle. It's a signal that America's tank force is entering a new era, one defined by hybrid power, active protection, digital integration, and real-time adaptation. The Abrams name has been synonymous with battlefield dominance for over 40 years. Now the M1E3 is writing the next chapter, not as a relic of the past, but as a symbol of how armored warfare is transforming for the challenges ahead.